Hey guys, what's crack-a-lackin'? Somebody give me a 5 for 5 and we'll roll. Hey, Ron, what's up? Flamin' Jackson, my brother. Good to see you, bud. Good to see you. Ain't seen you in a minute. Shell Spells in the house, in the hizzy. Hey, Gary. Hey, Trish. Good to see you. Linda. What's up, girl? Patricia Boniface. What's up? Big Den. Mr. F. Jeremy Single Knuckle. Not human. Renee, we got the cookie. She got the cookie. She's the first one in here today. Thank you, Renee. Thanks for being a mod also, guys. Hey, by the way, guys, my mods rock. If you guys haven't figured that out yet, they are completely, utterly rock stars. They are. I'm not even kidding. I mean, yeah. It's amazing, and it ain't just on my channel. It's kind of in our genre. We really do have a lot of good moderators on our in our genre here. They actually truly care, and they help, and all of the above. So, are we 5 for 5, guys? Let me see. I gotta look. Sorry. Okay, 5 for 5. Good. Hey, Mark, what's up? Shelly Dean's in the house. Hey, Ron, Kim Possible. Hope Between the Dreams, what's up? Butterfly, all right, you caught it alive, girl. Hey, I just want to take the time to tell everybody thank you so much for coming back and being part of the replay crew. It's the Kool-aid Krew, I guess, if you want to say it like that. The replay Kool-aid Krew, where all the Kool-Aid is good, right? But I do really appreciate it. And, right now, and I've been talking about this for probably about a week, it has been a rough time for a lot of YouTubers. This is a downtime. It really is. Summertime. I get it. It's just, if you go back and look at data, guys, you'll see it. It across all the channels. And I'm not like harping on that or anything. I'm just saying that's how much we appreciate it, especially right now, because it does help us stay moving forward with the channel and growing and things like that. For instance, take this for instance, guys, just so you guys know. I actually, when I took that weekend off for the 4th, I mean, we lose subscribers that way. If we're not here every day, in some way, shape, or form, the subscribers will go down. And that's normal. I mean, I absolutely understand it. And I'm not complaining about it or asking for anything like crazy, stupid like that. I'm just saying that's the actual fact of what happens. And it's easy to see once you start running a channel and you look at the analytics. It's right there in your face. So, so I say all that just to say how much I appreciate you guys. And coming back, leaving a comment, sharing it out. Anybody that's a member, thank you so much. Anybody gifting memberships? hey, Ron's in the hizzy. Check him out with the 5 gifted. Love it. Guys, tell him thanks. And I am going to be starting, I'm going to be gifting out some memberships myself. I can't decide who they go to. The algorithm's going to decide that for me. But if we get to a certain level as far as views and stuff consistently on the videos, my goal is to get to 5,000 before I start doing that. I've had a lot of videos hit that, but it's not consistent. It's up and down. And, so the first time we get to 5,000 on a video, I'll go ahead and gift a membership. And if it continues, I'll keep doing it. And, you know, my hope is to bring everybody into the Kool-Aid Krew. It really is. It's a really cool thing over there. All right, so let's just go ahead and jump into this first. I know I talked a little bit, probably too much there. I'm trying to keep my intros down to 2 minutes at the most. You've seen that the wait screens, I did not wait very long to get those going. I found that people don't like to do that. The only time they're going to go long is if I am still trying to get the stream set up. And that's going to happen from time to time, so cut me some slack on that. Okay, so what are we talking about today, guys? Well, we're going to start off with what's coming this weekend. Okay? We do have, there's an official forecast out now. A G1 storm is supposed to hit early on the day, late in the day on the 13th, into the 14th. Now, where's that coming from? We were looking at it yesterday, and there was a couple little pops of really small CMEs. But let me tell you, I don't think that's where it's coming from. After looking at it again, all the timing's lining up for that coronal hole. And I think that's probably most likely what's going to happen. I would imagine a lot of the other channels are saying the same thing too. I just hadn't had a chance to talk about it yet. But with that being said, I do think that that's probably what's going to go on. So what coronal hole am I talking about? Well, to do that, I'm going to show you SDO. This is the satellites in geosynchronistic orbit. It stays over this part of our planet at all times. Okay? It's that simple. It orbits around our planet at the same speed that we rotate, which is 15 degrees an hour. Okay? So it keeps it right there, and if we scroll up, you can see how the satellite moves. You see that? See this yellow line? That's the eye. It's looking at the sun. Okay? And it's broadcasting the data back down to white sands right there. Okay? So it's showing you what it actually does. It rotates. It rotates as it's orbiting. And that's what it was designed to do, and it does a really good job. Got a lot of good imaging here. So if you ever want to know where this is at, come over, just type in SDO. That's all you got to do. Okay? And then go to the home page here, and it'll say, well, I'll just back it off. It'll say, where is SDO? Just click there. That's all you got to do. And you'll see exactly what I just showed you guys. I'm probably going to start including that in on my videos here. Because I'm going to have it off to the side. So I don't have to explain it every time. So, actually, this isn't the best the best angstrom to show you. So the SDO is extreme ultraviolet, and they can assign this any color they want, right? And what that 304 is a certain wavelength of light. Our eyes see very little of it, light, okay? And so the 304 angstrom most likely is not this color. You got to assign it a color. So, and colors are actually kind of, driven perspectively if you really think about it. Dogs, they don't see the same kind of colors we do. So to them, that wavelength of light's going to look different. If you see what I'm saying here? So that's kind of what happens here. So they can assign this different colors. Why do we want to look at different angstroms of light? Hey, Jeremy Singles Knuckle, he's been a member for 3 months. Keep rocking the outstanding content, Mark. Thanks. Thank you, brother. I really do appreciate it, guys. And thank you for everybody. Hey, Piper Lynn, ain't seen you in a minute. Good to see you. George is in here. Butterfly's there. Heck yeah. Okay, so, and I am going to be doing members only stream probably this weekend too, guys. If not this weekend, Monday. I'm going to try to do them once a week, or at least once every second or third week, something like that. I want to make sure we keep that going because we have a good time over there, and it's a pretty much laid back type of thing. But okay, so the 304 here, you see these little shadows running around here? These are filaments, and there are a bunch of them. Okay, you see the dark shadows? You can kind of see the little difference here. Now, the 304 ain't going to show you a flare very well. Okay? It just doesn't. We see the flash and everything from it and like that little X pattern that we see, but it isn't as dynamic as when we look at it in different angstrom. Okay? So, but the other ones will not show the filaments as well. So I'm saying all that just to let you guys know this is why we look at different angstroms. Okay? And we've had some significant eruptions today. All right. The majority of these were off the backside. One went off to our west, one went to the east. And there is one that did erupt that looked like it kind of erupted horizontally. And I'll show you what I'm talking about here in just a second. And if it's not going off the backside, it's probably got a fairly good chance of hitting us. And we're going to dig into that here in just a second, okay? So I'm going to hit play here. And so watch it, especially like over here. We got solar rain going on. I probably should have put that in my title. So you see all that stuff happening right there? Anything happening right there will eventually be right here. Okay? So, unless it just dissipates. And did you see that gigantic one down there? This is what I'm saying. The sun is still active. It's just not active right at us at this second. And it could change on the drop of a dime, guys. It really can. So you got all this stuff going on, and we're able to see it because the black of space back here is giving us a contrasting color. So we see it really well. So let me zoom in, and I have to say, this one down here, it looked like it could have been, and so did this one up here, it looked like it could have been a monster. We couldn't see it because it's on the backside. Okay? But nope. Okay, so I'm zoomed in here a little bit. You see the plasma ring? These are magnetic connection lines. Okay? And you got plasma traveling on those lines. So when we say solar wind, it's not like wind blowing in your hair. Okay? It's the charged particles moving. It's not high and low pressure causing a pressure differential, one rushing in to fill in the other. And that's what wind is here on our planet, right? Or just throwing the top down on your convertible and getting in the car and go, right? Hoping your toupee hangs on. Anyway, so you got this happening with the solar rain, and these are really good indicators of active regions just on the other side of the limb. Because oftentimes we'll see that happening over here. And it does give us some sort of an indication of, hey, we got an active area coming our direction. But notice all the activity we got everywhere. Now, I'm going to say this. We're looking at the sun picture right here, right? Image, I should say. And I'm showing you all these, right? Do you guys think that it's not happening right here too? You just can't see it. The sun is camouflaging it. And if you look deep enough, you can see it. You see all these little, well, I'll zoom in a little bit more and see if I can't give you a better example. Okay, now this is that big sunspot. Now look at all the little flares that are popping here. Okay, it's pretty active. Now it is starting to stabilize out. If that holds, that's going to be a good thing. Okay, if not, it actually has some potential to blow an X flare. They actually increased the chances of our X flares up to like 15% today for the next 3 days. But you can actually see this filament here. These are starting to look like they're becoming unstable and starting to look like they may lift off. If they lift off, what do you get? Watch right here. Did you see that? That's a filament. It was on the backside though. So what I'll do is we'll wait here just a second and we'll watch it again. Right about, it's coming. But look right in here. Sorry, but yeah. It's right there. See that? That was partly a regular CME, and then it was partly a filament release. That was significant. That was a significant eruption. All these ones here on the limbs today have been fairly significant. Okay? But it's all over, right? So we had an eruption over here. So how do we confirm if any of these things are coming at us? Well, if you see it erupt right here, obviously you know it's probably coming at us, right? But if we see one happen over here or over here, we're not always sure. We would love to have a side view, and we don't have it anymore. Stereo A hangs out with us. So what do we try to do? We try to come over here to SOHO. And what SOHO is another satellite, and it's got the SETU beacons on it, and it's a image suite, and it holds these coronagraphs, right? And that's what we look at. We look at the coronagraphs. Now, this site was set up for CME detection, okay? Now, this satellite does catch a lot of sun divers also. But notice right here, we had some stuff start to happen. About the end of the day on the 11th, into the 12th, and right there. I might have showed you, I don't think I showed you guys this yesterday. I'm not sure if I went live before or after that. I think it was before. But this is that one that you guys seen blast off the bottom there, okay? And that's on the backside. It's not coming at us. Now, there was one up here that blew off too, remember? So that's that one. Now, I'm going to show you the whole day. But this satellite's a million miles closer to the sun than what we are. Hey, main girl, re-upping that. Heck yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. She re-upped her membership. Means a lot. Really, truly does. So thank you. And again, guys, I got some pretty cool stuff planned for members only. We're going to have some fun. I'm just going to tell you that. We're going to have a lot of fun over there. And I'm going to try to schedule it a day in advance, if not two, when we start doing the bigger type of things that we're going to do over there on the members only. But yeah, and if you guys could give me a roll call in there while you guys are while I'm trying to get this to the next screen here. Give me a roll call in there, and maybe give me a hit that like button. I know it. You hear a lot of YouTubers saying that and stuff. It does matter, guys. It really, truly does. It does help push the video out, and you guys are awesome about hitting that. And when you guys take that time to come back and leave a comment under the live stream, and let that live stream run for 2 minutes or something like that, the views go up, the comments increase, and that's always a good thing for the algorithm. And it will push the video out more. It's easy to see. So thank you to all you guys that do that. And if you're not doing it, please do. I would love for you guys to do that. But anyway. So, this is an actual disc on the imager, right? So where are we at? Indiana, Central Pennsylvania, Yakima, Washington State. You're out there with all the quakes, man. Hey, IG. What's up? Good to see you, girl. Roll call, baby. Heck yeah, Alicia. That's right. Checking in from Northern Illinois. Fort Wayne, baby. Not too far from me. What's up, Dwayne? Hey, Daryl. Smooshed it. That's right, baby. Flyby. Trish, what's happening? I wonder where Maine Girl's from. Just kidding. Awesome, awesome stuff. I've never been to Maine. I would love to go there. Did you know she probably knows this, but there's a law on the books in Maine that doesn't allow prisons to feed their prisoners lobster more than 4 days a week. I'm not even kidding. It's a real law. It cracks me up. Anyway, that's not space weather, so let's keep moving, Mark. So yeah, so what was I talking about? A horizontal eruption. Now, all these happened today. These right here, okay? And I'll show you what I'm talking about here in just a second. I'm going to pause it. Now, that's that first one, right? There's the second one. Now, watch what happens here. You guys see that? See what's happening there? And it's over here, too. That's leading me to think. Now, I haven't seen it on the extreme ultraviolet over there on SDO yet. But if you can just kind of picture this, you see that? I think that's a filament. And it could be on the backside, guys. I can't tell if it's on the front or the back. Typically, something like that would eventually show up in the coronagraph and even in the extreme ultraviolet if it was heading at us. Okay? But you can definitely tell, and it was mainly on this side, but it did peek out over here. So, again, a filament is more like a magnetic rope. That's why you see that kind of a thin signature, right? Now, sometimes even when they go out as ropes, they pull enough plasma with them, it just looks like a big fan of just plasma shooting off, okay? But this one here seemed to be a little bit more condensed or tight. But, you know, tell me if I'm wrong there, but that just looks like that's what's happening there. You know, and we'll keep an eye on it. It's hard to kind of forecast that stuff, and that's why I don't. I give you guys nowcasting. I can't do the forecasting thing. There are people out there that can. Tamitha Scove's probably the best example I can give you. She's an awesome teacher over there. Go check out her channel, Dr. Tamitha Scove. I've only talked to her a few times in the comment section. I just think she does an awesome job. And while I'm talking about that, Matthew Shipley. Guys, get over and check out his 24-hour live feed. It's showing all kinds of great images of the sun, okay? And all the space weather stuff, all the updates, earthquakes, everything. It's there. It's a 24-hour live feed. I highly suggest you guys get over and check that one out too. Okay. Now, this is Discover. I'm not going to waste a whole lot of time here. This is a graph, and it's boring, okay? But the red line, we look for -6. And that's all I'm going to say today. We look for -6. If it gets to -6, we're in a position to where we suck it in instead of pushing it away. Well, we're nowhere near that right now. So everything is just kind of nominal. Density. Orange. Right in the normal range. Purple is velocity. Right in the normal range. Same thing with the temperature down here with the green. So nothing is actually happening right now. We're very quiet geomagnetically. All right? Okay, now, let me go back to SDO over here for you. I want to show you guys the coronal hole, okay? You can't see it on that 304 very well, and I've explained why before, and I did it today too. And the reason is because it's a different angstrom of light. Now, there's your coronal hole. That was back on the 10th, going into the 11th, and everything's rotating, right? Now, that is not a hole in the sun. That's a hole in the corona, which is the atmosphere. The surface of the sun is colder than the atmosphere, okay? So that's what's happening there. That's why and the cold signatures on this extreme ultraviolet show up as black. That's why space back here is black, okay? So that coronal hole, whenever that thing rotates in the Earth strike zone. Now, anybody that's played baseball or watched the game, especially nowadays, they will put the strike zone on the screen, right? And it's not a square. It's a rectangle, right? And it is a rectangle when we're talking about the sun also. So when things rotate into what we call the quote-unquote Earth strike zone, that's what we're talking about. So that's the terminology. And I'm not going to throw word salad at you because that's something that we can all understand. And that's why I use those kinds of terms. And you might go to somebody else's channel, they're going to start throwing a bunch of word salad at you and not explaining what they're saying. And all they're doing is they think they're making themselves look a little smarter, and they're really making themselves look crazy because everybody's looking at them scratching their head. I don't want that to happen. And that's why I understand when I can go over here and watch all these other channels myself and get stuff out of it because I understand what they're saying. But I'm not going to talk like that. So, I mean, when it's necessary, I will. There are some terms out there you just have to say it because it is what it is. But when that's the case, I have a responsibility doing this channel to explain what it means. So, yeah. Anyway, as that rotates through, okay, it's already rotated through. Now, I've caught note of this up here too. You see this? We've got an incoming coronal hole also. This one's departing. So when the corona opens up, highly charged particles just flow out. And they get here magnetically on a magnetic connection line. Okay? Typically, the tighter they are, the slower they move. But that also means it's more dense. Okay? You can think of like a clothesline with a slinky around it. You know, if you pull it real far out, it gets closer to the center and everything can move faster. You bring it together and it kind of spreads away from the middle, and that's when things are moving slower because it's more compact. right? So you can kind of think of it that way. The slinky would be the vehicle of which the charged particles are on, right? So anyway, actually, Timothy Scope uses a slinky to explain sunspots also. Really good stuff. I've used that example myself before also. I just think it's a really good way to show it and explain to people how that stuff gets here. Okay, now, guys, when we get coronal holes, I am not the earthquake guy, and I have said that time and time again. But I do understand the signatures that we look for, so we can look for an uptick in seismic activity. Things that point that direction. Hey, Heather Joy, good to see you. Hey, guys, I have to tell you something real quick. Heather, I cannot even tell you how hard I laughed over that little short you did. You guys have to get over to her channel and watch that short. It is hysterical. Anyway, I'm going to move on, but thank you for the laugh and thank you for the super chat, girl. Hey, TK, what's up? All right. But, guys, when we're being affected by coronal holes, almost every time seismic activity goes up. Now, I can sit here and try to explain it to you, but I would confuse you. Because I understand what's going on, but I don't understand it enough yet. Let me put that in quotations. Yet. Because I will. Because I'm working on that now. The technical part of how that actually happens. Okay? But it's a fact. When we see coronal holes rotating through, the seismic activity goes up. What have we been seeing the past few days? Ta-da! Earthquakes. Right? Now, it's not going to be every time. Well, we see an uptick in seismic activity almost every time, but not the gigantic ones like we've been seeing this past few days. Okay? So I'll just say that. Now, so again, we just got to keep an eye on this. This is what's going to be causing our geomagnetic storm late on the day on the 13th into the 14th. Okay? Let me go down here. Last I looked, now they have updated this is the Endal Spiral. This is our inner solar system. That's the sun. That's Earth. Okay? I'm not going to go into exactly what the Endal Spiral is, but yeah. This is basically the motion we're moving through space, and that's why we see some of the things we see. This graph shows us 2 days historic data, and it tries to forecast out 5 days in advance. And anybody that's watched me for any length of time knows that I don't go out past 3 days. Just because almost every time it's wrong. It's just so hard to forecast that. Now, I appreciate the effort. Now, one thing I do like about this one, okay, over here on NOAA, is when they get, like, the data keeps coming in, right? You think when the first initial blasts off, that's when they quit looking at it? No, they're looking at it the whole 93 million miles on its way here. So with that being said, they will change this if they see something different in the data. A lot of people get on them for that. I don't, because I want them to change it, because I want to know what's coming, right? If they got it wrong, at least they're trying to fix it. And that's kind of what I'm saying. And they're fairly decent. I mean, honestly, they're really good at it. But, I couldn't imagine what it takes to try to forecast all that. And I know a lot of it's models and stuff now, but what indicators do you use, that take precedent over another indicator in your model? And that's where all the models start differing. This is like your hurricane model spaghetti lines, right? But anyway, we did have an uptick here past couple days in geomagnetism. It wasn't big, so I didn't really talk about it. But this right here is most likely a CME. Okay, and it's a small one, it looks to be. Unless it is this second coronal hole. And it very well could be. Okay? That might be what that model is actually seeing. I don't know. I don't know yet. Let me get back to... Where was I at? Where was I at, guys? I'm lost. Here we are. There we are. All right. But anyway, this is the conditions at Earth, the green line. Conditions at stereo A is the red. So if you guys please go over to Noah and start clicking buttons, please, 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 please. You guys will be doing yourself a great favor. I promise. What was that? What's T Kier in there saying? Due to rocks. Yeah, yeah, we can't be talking like that. I seen that. Yeah, guys, hey, chat rules. I'm gonna go over them real quick. No vulgarity, absolutely no vulgarity at all. We cannot talk bad about any other channel ever. I don't do it, and I don't want it done in the chat either. Okay, it's just they're not here to defend themselves. I might not even like the person you're talking about, but I don't let that hang out in my chat. No vulgarity and no attacking anybody else here in the chat. Personal attack, you guys can disagree as long as it stays respectful. I encourage that, actually. A little healthy discourse gets people to understand things sometimes. Okay? As long as it stays respectful. Alright. Yeah. Anyway. What are you talking about, T-Care? Yeah. Moderators, can you please handle that for me so I don't have to? I don't know why that's... I don't know if he's talking to me or somebody else in the chat. But, here. Okay, I got it. Okay, guys, so let's move on. Here we go. So, let's take a look at these earthquakes. Okay. So what, guys? We've had these big earthquakes happening, right? Now, anytime we see it happening here, our butts pucker every time. I mean, every time. And by all means, they probably should. We see bigger earthquakes happening over here. Yeah. I think he was attacking me, but then he said something about my wife, and that ain't happening. So anyway, or tried to make a joke about whatever there. I don't really care. I'm just not. I ain't gonna waste any more breath on it. So, but anyway, you got that happening. You got one up here, right? Down here, right? I mean, it's just crazy stuff. I mean, and I don't want to say crazy because we do expect this. Now, I do think that this might be a good thing for us, and let me explain why. Huh? I'm gonna explain why. So, when we get these things and they're not really causing damage anywhere, it's a good thing because it's releasing pressure. Okay? Now, when they happen in high populated areas, obviously that's why we watch earthquakes anyway. Okay? So just keep that in mind. Now, what I do want to do here is I got to bring up something here. Give me 1 second, guys. Let's take that back up there. Let's go here. Oh, goodness. Desktop. Give me 1 second, guys. Sorry. Okay. I am not even sure. Okay. So anyway, I'm not gonna be able to show that, I guess. Let's just let's do it this way. I thought for sure I had a shortcut out there though. Okay, give me I'm sorry guys. Sorry about the dead air here. Did I put that? Let's just go. Oh my goodness, Mark. What are you doing, Mark? Good Lord, Mark. What are you doing? Let's do that. Get that back out there. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You guys still there? So let me do this real quick. Let's just do it this way. Let's go to where did I put it? I think it was in here. There it is. I found it. All right. Now I've taken you guys to this site before. Okay, this is a YouTube channel, and this YouTube. Hey, Leisure, good to see you, brother. Hey, Ricky, Sergeant Bum Bum, what's happening? What this is, guys, it's a 24-hour live feed, and it's showing you earthquakes. Now, this is a private thing. This is something that isn't paid for by our tax dollars. Okay? So, when I say private, I mean I'm using that term pretty loosely here. I'm sure that they get a lot of sponsorships and things like that. But I highly encourage you guys to come over here and check this out. Now, with that said, I don't know what is causing this. Okay? I am not the earthquake guy. I have to say that every time. Okay? But this is a live feed. So I'm going to stop. Was that it right there? No. I was over here when the ones were busting off over here in Cascadia. Right here. Right? You guys see this? Now, I don't know if that's a glitch. And let me show you, because I'm going to hit play. Let's back it up a little bit more. We'll back it up just a touch more here. So I was over here watching this, right? When all this stuff was going down. Right? When I seen the earthquake start to pop off, that's what I did, right? So when this thing detects an earthquake, what's it do? It does exactly that. You see this? Okay? Now it's going to zoom out. I do not see this earthquake anywhere else. Okay? It's a 5.0. It's around the same latitude as the big ones happening over here on Cascadia. It's not showing up on USGS. So I don't know if this is a glitch, because there was like 3 of them. And it's up here. You guys can go up here and look at the latitude. You can go look at that yourself. South of Alaska. It happened right around 10 o'clock, okay, on the 12th. That's UTC, which would be, 6 a.m. East Coast. Okay, I just thought that was really strange. Now, I don't know. Again, guys, I don't know. I have no idea why this showed up. I'm leaning towards just a malfunction, because there's no fault lines here. There's no plate boundary lines. I went over to the National Buoy Data Center, and you can, if you keep scrolling, and we're going to do that here in a minute. But this is not showing up anywhere. So, with that being said, let me X that off of there. And I'll just go ahead and do that. So let's check out the National Buoy Data Center. And what that is, guys, we look at that when we start getting earthquakes. Okay? National Buoy Data Center. There you are. Okay. We take a look at these because these buoys will go into event mode, right? And right now, as it sets, there were 3 of them over here that were in event mode. They're no longer in event mode. Okay? So the bigger ones happened right here. Now it was at 49 degrees. If you look down here, you'll see latitude and longitude. So if when I said about like zooming in, you can go right to the sea floor. And I did this for a reason, because we know that the plate boundary lines are up here, right? We know that. I mean, that's the Ring of Fire. So what I did was, is I went to the latitude that it was showing on that, and it was 49, roughly about right there. Okay? And it's not exact, but it's close. What I did see, there's two buoys right here. And that strikes me as odd also. So I don't know, guys. I really don't. And actually 49 would be over here. But these two buoys, there was one up here. But we go over here to 49 and then right around 151. That's where that earthquake came in. Now, you can go horizontal and look. You see what I'm saying here, guys? So, but that earthquake did not show up on USGS. See? Okay? Because it was at 10 UTC when that happened. On the 12th. Right? Look, you can see right here, the earthquakes that's being reported, I think I got it on 2.5 or bigger. Let's look. Yeah. 2.5 or bigger, but notice something else here too. We see a jump. It's only an hour. I mean, but and again, that's not all earthquakes either. So it's probably not that big of a deal. But the fact is, that did not show up. So I don't know if that's just a glitch over there or what. I have no idea. I just wanted to show it to you guys and point it out. I'm not the earthquake guy, but it's an observation that I made. And I probably would have never even have seen it if we hadn't had these over here and I went over to check out that new website or the new YouTube channel. So, yeah. So, I'd love to know what you guys think about that one. I mean, that was just crazy to me. Because again, it's going to sit right here, and there's nothing here at all. I mean, nothing. So, whatever. And again, guys, I am kind of leaning towards a glitch. But, we were talking about like a big shift here too on some of the buoys over here. We go back to the, I can't remember which one was showing the, well, they're not going to show it right now because it's already too late. But there was a pretty good drop in one of them. I think Mr. MBV3 did a video on that. I think I seen it on his thumbnail. I have to go watch that. But yeah. So anyway, you taking off, Butterfly? Good to see you. Anybody that's a member, guys, I'm going to do one this weekend or Monday, so make sure your notifications are on, okay? Let's see here. Sergeant Bun Bun, you ain't gonna offend nobody. No, Sergeant Bun Bun, it was not you. That person's not there anymore. Hey, Stormblade, thank you for becoming a member. I was trying to say thanks to you at the end of the stream, and I'm sorry I forgot your account name. Thank you. That was yesterday he did that, so thank you for that. I'm glad I seen you in there. I wanted to say thanks to you again. Happy Friday. What's up, Cul-de-sac? Good to see you, everybody. Hey, Ricky. But I would love to see anybody's, well, Ricky could chime in on that, if she could take a look at that earthquake, and maybe IG, if she's still in here. Maybe somebody spread the word over to Ron. Oh, wow. Thanks, Storm. Appreciate you, man. I really hope you can make the members only stream. We do have a lot of fun. It's something that we're just kind of laid back. Hilly was my co-host that other live stream we just did. We had a really good time. It really was. It was fun. Hey, Angel got one of them. Heck yeah. Chris Donaldson, Nova. Sergeant Bun Bun got it. Heck yeah. Axon Jackson, baby. Awesome stuff, guys. Thank you. Really, truly do appreciate it. Nova Scotia, Christy Cherry, Patricia, 80-foot drop is what he said. Yeah, and again, you know, we're talking about waves or water height out there too. 80 feet is a long way. 80 feet to me, that seems like it might, yeah. I don't know. I don't know. That's why I said I am not the earthquake guy or the tsunami guy. All I can do is just show you the data and the observation when it comes to that. I am learning. I'm trying to actually get better at that. I feel pretty comfortable talking about very, very basic space weather stuff, right? I'm pretty comfortable about that now. It took me a long time to get there, but I'm there, I think. I think I can explain at least a kindergarten level space weather to somebody. You know what I mean? And that's really my goal. I just want to show you guys and give you guys the ability to understand some of the words that people say, right? And some of the other biggest goals I want you guys to do, you guys would be doing me a huge favor if you could start coming to these websites and clicking around and just looking. Like, let's do this real quick, and then we are going to get out of here. Over here on ISWA, this is just a hub for a lot of space weather stuff, okay? A lot of space weather data, a lot of space weather models. It takes a minute to load. They just recently changed the layout, okay? You can actually have your own personalized layout saved, and that's what's going on here. But if you come up here and you hit browse, right, and you start doing these little tab things, and you start scrolling over things, it'll give you definitions of exactly what it's trying to show you. So you can't screw it up. It is definitely a great learning tool. So, yeah. Hey, Kathy, aloha. Hey, Daniel, what's up? Corey, what's happening? You can just paste the test. Heck yeah, love it, love it. We need Cliff Notes for space weather, guys. Awesome stuff. Yeah, you're right, Corey. 100%. So that's really well said. Guys, please read Corey's comment there. He's talking about basically planetary alignment, and it most definitely will jerk on us, okay? We see an uptick in that stuff all the time with planetary alignments. It's amazing how something can be so far away and still affect us that way. It's crazy. Yeah. Yeah, well, you know, and listen, Sergeant, I mean, honestly, I'm telling you, it was hard for me at the beginning. I don't want to say it was hard. You know why it wasn't hard for me? It's because I enjoyed it. You know what I mean? I really was kind of drawn to it. And, you know, when I first started my channel, I did it on a broken phone. Not kidding. For like over a year. So, yeah. So anybody out there wants to start a channel, don't think you can't, because you can. And if you think that you're too stupid to do something, you're not. There's enough of us out here now that you can ask questions and we can help. So if you feel the need to do something like that, go do it, guys. Don't stand on the sidelines. Life's too short for that crap. I've learned that. That's one thing I have learned. You know, I got more years behind me now than I do in front, and it really does change your perspective. I will tell you that. So, anyway, but yeah, guys, so that's what we're looking for on the 14th, guys. We are looking for another uptick here on maybe a solar storm, G1, nothing big. But I do want to point out here, this sunspot, if it starts to get complex again, it's getting over here next to the danger zone, right? Um, we could get a radiation storm if it blows real hard over there, another big eruption. But it's in a position now that if it has a flare or a CME, it will affect us. Okay? So we're going to be watching that. And then we are also going to be watching the coronal holes and these filaments. Okay? So we got a lot to watch. And that's what's happening. And, again, I'll be back tomorrow, guys, to give you guys another update. And I may even come back later on tonight. I've been trying to set a template so I can give you guys a really short, condensed, like 10-minute morning video. That's how I used to do my channel. But I did it all in the middle of the night. I don't take time from my family to do this. I just don't. Not unless I absolutely have to. So, my wife got off work 10 minutes ago. And that's why I went ahead and went live before she got home. I want to spend some time with her. She's my best friend. So, my daughter, she's a senior this year. And I'm not going to miss things, guys. I'm not going to have those regrets. My two boys are grown. And I see what happens because I did it myself. You become adults and you're just not around as much. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to waste that. And I would highly suggest that you guys don't either if you got kids. It's just not worth it. I had a lot of stuff to pay for in my life, and I'm paying it forward now. So, anyway, guys, I love you guys. I will see you. And guys, please, if you're a member, thank you for all the gifted memberships. Anybody that just joined on their own, thank you so much. And we will be doing a members only either this weekend or on Monday. Turn your notification bells on. Please share this out. Please hit the like button. And there's something else I want to ask to everybody here. I want to do some collaborations with people that aren't in our genre. Okay, that's one way to help beat that slow time in YouTube. Get people here that don't look at this stuff to look at it. Okay? It's a good way to spread the word too. So if you guys have anybody that, whatever they do on YouTube, ask them if they want to collab. We'll do something. We'll figure it out. But I do think that's a good way to bring new people into the community, and we can get to their community. You know what I mean? So that's just what I'll say. If you guys got any suggestions, I'm always open to it. Hey, Rebecca Lynn. So yeah. All right, guys. Thank you. Thank you, Sergeant. Hey, Aliyah, we're getting out of here, girl. Sorry. We're getting Taekwondo. Just kidding. Love my mods. Love my mods. 100%. It's okay. It's okay, girl. It's for real. For real. Prayers for Adam. I know he's having some pain over on Marfugal. And anybody else that ain't here, guys, we got to keep praying for everybody. Sending love, light, whatever you guys do, right? Just the positive things. Let the negative crap just stay gone. We don't need that stuff anywhere. You know what I mean? Back at you, Renee. Okay, guys. I am going to get off here now. God bless. Yahusha saves. And as always, you can drink this Kool-Aid.